What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It's your boy TGK. We got a special episode today. Let me get everything situated here, man. It's gonna be a crazy eventful show today. Um, I don't know if you've seen what I got situated for us on the itinerary. We're gonna talk about the curious case of Landon Thomas that took place on Saturday night with Mavs media and them having issues. It's unfortunate, but we definitely got to dive into it. Definitely played into the whole situation. But there's a lot to be said about it. I will be your judge, your jury, and your prosecutor, but I will be help with a special friend today. Uh, I need to probably update this graphic whenever one of them just shows up, but I'm gonna just go with it for now. But today we got a special guest. We got King from We Talk Mavs. Let me show you my little graphic. Look at that, We Talk Mavs. Rel's not gonna be here tonight, but we got King here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show, King. What up, man?
Not much, TGK. Thank you for having me as always. And we got something to talk about today. We got some beef.
Yes, man. Like what the hell, you know? So we definitely need to talk about what happens in this quote unquote reporters world, either independent or not dependent. Either they're employed by a big corporation or ESPN, quote unquote, or even by the Dallas Mavericks. But I did want to dive into some of the stuff that took place, and I gotta set the mood necessarily with where is my sound effects, man? Where is it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? And here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. So if the people don't know, I do have a segment that we do on pregame shows. We got the below the surface segments. And ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the music as I show you what the hell we're about to talk about. It's the curious case. The curious case of Landon Thomas versus Mavs Media. King, when all this happened, this all kind of happened during the Canelo fight, or roughly before, or during. What were your initial takeaways when you saw everything transpire?
I wasn't even paying attention to it. I got onto it late the next
Ah,
morning. So
okay.
once I woke up from sleeping, I saw all the, back and forth and everybody chiming in and Mav's Twitter. And I'm like, what's going on? And basically got the gist of it and um, got my opinion from that.
Gotcha. All right. Um, so just so I'm not overusing my little internet signal here. So what happened Saturday night? Basically, Landon Thomas. If you don't know, if you're a Mavs, if you're a mass consumer of content on YouTube only, you wouldn't know that Landon Thomas is a independent journalist slash reporter for the Dallas Mavericks, or even the majority of the Dallas sport teams in Dallas. And he ended up putting out a little tweet that stated the following. And let me show you the following. I got all the receipts, King. I got all the receipts. Where's it at? Right here. All right. So as you see here, Landon Thomas tweeted, Jason Kidd tells me Omax Prosper and Derek Lively will start with Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, Grant Williams to begin the season. He added in quotation, excited to see how they handle it. At the end of the day, both of them are doing the work. And if you ask the rest of the guys, they're fine with it. That was at 1:49 p.m. All right. When I took this screenshot, this was around 10 p.m., 11 p.m., whatever the case may be. And if you see below, this is as your judge, this is where I begin the investigation. And the investigation starts and ends kind of with the the great radio voice of the Dallas Mavericks, which I'm not up here to slander anybody, but if you got to call it out, you got to call it out. And as a judge, this did perk my eyebrows. Where Chuck Cooperstein responded to Landon Thomas, he said, "Told you," in big quotation marks with a question mark. He told everyone after the first practice of the year. Then, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have my screenshots in order, but it continued to then where he goes right here. Can you see this, King? Where yeah, all right. I guess I was looking at my other part. All right. So then Landon Thomas responds. Here's the video from today. I asked him what he looks forward to from the rookies in preseason. He told me they will start, so I reported it. He said one of them will probably start after first practice. I was there. Independent reporters do work too. Why are you so grumpy? Ugh. All right,
Hmm.
before I get to the Chuck comeback, so far, King, what are as what shot? You're gonna be the jury. You know, you're a jury. That's what we're gonna go with. I'll be the
Okay.
judge and prosecutor here. I'll provide the info, the receipts, the dirt, and you'll be
Okay.
the jury. All right.
I like that. I
So
like that.
so early on, jury member of the board. I don't even know how you say it. I need to look up Chat GPT stuff what to say. Um, hold on. Actually, I do have a script. Oh, let me go back to my script. All right, the case introduction because actually asked ChatGPT on what to do. It said introduce the case. So this is a mock trial, everyone. This is definitely a mock trial. We're identifying the characters involved. We're setting the tone by emphasizing that this is in lighthearted, but also it's some serious tones to all of this. Anyway, I am your judge, your prosecutor, and King is the jury. Opening statements. We don't have a defense yet, but right now we're just providing the evidence. So we have no opening statements. I think I already did that, right? Yeah, I already provided opening
Yeah,
statements.
you provided each one of theirs.
Yeah, so now we're doing the evidence. And before we even get anywhere near closing arguments or deliberation, or this could be a mid deliberation, right? So far,
Hmm.
what are your thoughts, King?
My thoughts are it shouldn't have been handled this way in the first place. I don't understand why Chuck Cooperstein, the voice literally of the Mavs, would jump out and
Wonderful voice.
yeah, he would jump out on Twitter, and
Right.
I laughed at it because Mark Cuban himself always says that Mavs Twitter, as far as the community and the MFFLs, are toxic. I guess he didn't really
Mm,
mean the fans, huh? He meant the reporters and all that are on Twitter because this is toxic behavior. But as
mm,
far as the information between both of them, I felt like Landon was telling the truth. I didn't see any issue with what Landon said. Landon had the video of him actually talking to Jason Kidd and asking him the questions. I did
yeah.
remember we actually talked about it on We Talk Mavs, and you did on your show as well. That Jason
Hmm.
Kidd, you analyzed, it, and Jason Kidd said that the rookies would probably start both of them. He said at least one, maybe both, would probably
Right.
start in the preseason or whatever. Landon
Hmm.
Thompson it took away the maybes, and he got the straight
Right.
okay from Jason Kidd saying that the two rookies will be starting the first preseason game. So I didn't see anything wrong with what he said at all, and he told him directly on the video.
Right. Yeah, and then that is all. We're here to bring accurate reporting here as your outside. Salute to the Mavs outsiders, but as your outsider journalists slash thought givers, opinionated content creators. So after Landon Thomas responded to the "told you" tweet, Chuck Cooperstein then responded saying, "Because you're not breaking any news, even as you present it as such." He already stated as such a week ago. Now, we'll get into deliberation and eventually sentencing later on, but I did find this a bit out of line if we're wanting to lean on the aspect of etiquette when it comes to reporting, quote unquote, how you're supposed to do it, right? But he didn't lace it with a breaking news or anything like that. I think the Mark Stein interview with Jason Kidd was clearly evident that everybody was well aware that Jason Kidd was pondering the idea of a Omax or Lively starting in preseason, but he
Hmm.
also even stated that one of them might even start during the regular season. But he was clear in that preseason he wanted to get both of them involved. But he never went on on how would I say it? He never went on
On record.
paper or on
Hmm.
record to say they are actually starting. So Landon just added more to what was already reported and gave us some concrete reporting as to what will happen, right? So
Yes, sir.
then Landon responded to Chuck Cooperstein's response saying, "I never said breaking news, question mark. Just reported what kid told me. You're being weird." I wish I had the soundbite where it's like, "You're weird." So then, where is this at? I cannot where is it at? No, I got it somewhere.
Oh
Hold on, I
man,
already did that.
I wish you saw the. Did you have the response? It was some lady um, that responded to Chuck. I wish you had that one. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yes. So Lindsay, shout
yeah,
out to Lindsay,
yeah.
Kate. She's
Uh
like
huh.
one of the super fans of Dallas Fort Worth sports. Salute to her. One day I'll get her on the show so she could really tell me about how how we're really fans up in here. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so she responds to Chuck Cooperstein. Now I have this feeling like on the behind the scenes she got some pull, man, because she just flew into AT&T Stadium with a helicopter. You know what I'm saying? She got pulled somewhere. Anyway, she goes, this is a this is a weird thing to get flustered about. Then Chuck responded. He don't respond to just anybody. He responded though. He said, "It really isn't. Reporters should not take credit for things they were not told first. I realize a lot of young media members have a hard time with this concept, but it's a really important concept." Now, as you can see, there's other people in the comments below that were a little bit upset. But ladies and gentlemen, that was kind of the end of Chuck Cooperstein as we had a triple threat match upon the horizon. Whenever another member by the name of Kirk Henderson, he also does good work as well. We're not going to be biased up here. He does good work. He either presents some difficult approaches to how he brings his Mavs critiques, or they're just really how would I say it, bold in a way. They could be frustrating takes for some, but they could be takes that a lot of people agree with as well. Uh, if I could find it, I don't think I have the initial one, but I think it was a subtweet. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So it was a
The one with
subtweet.
Landon was saying, "Why? Yep, this one right here.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see his in the bottom."
So we're gonna read this one first because this just came out of nowhere, right? Kirk Henderson just stated out of nowhere. I'm absolutely lame, but our site, we make content. Going to games and tweeting isn't work. Writing, podcasting, making things people consume away from Twitter, that's work. Have a good one. Then, ladies and gentlemen, this is where it started getting real spicy. That's when me, as the judge, unfortunately started getting involved as well. But Landon Thomas responded stating, "Why are you subtweeting me? I do write cover stories, host a podcast during the season, take photos, report news, ask questions, and press. Went to 38 out of 40 home games, run IG, Facebook, and YouTube. This is your full time job, not mine. I've never even seen you at a Maps event." Sheesh.
Mm.
And then he adds on the bottom, he says, "Every time I go to Mavs Moneyball, the Mavs Moneyball seat next to me is empty, so I use it for my backpack." Man, that's a slug right there. "You have tons of writers. I only have a few, which I pay when they write." Man, that is not where this case ends, ladies and gentlemen. There is more evidence in this case, and it continues. Um, it continues where Kurt Henderson responds to the subtweet, and he says, "This is not my full time job. My goodness, you do not want to do this. You think showing up and being seen is the work? The work is writing, podcasting, making things, and you don't." He also added, yeah, but then all that needs to happen is check the websites, check the show feeds. Twitter is Twitter. We have fun sometimes. We have fun and sometimes not fun here. Landon then responded, "Here are the podcasts starting up next week," and he showed all the podcasts that he has been doing throughout the year. Again, he reiterated that he does this by him, that he does this independently. He takes his photos, asks his questions, he goes to the games, he runs those website, company, social medias, all that. He says, "I don't know why you are hating on me. I've never met you." All right. So as the jury, I do believe we have presented as much evidence as we could, and this will be the last one that I will show here, where Nick Angstead, a member of the Locked On Mavs podcast, salute to Nick here, which I was pleasantly surprised to see this. He stated he literally just said he does those things and runs a site just like you do. This went from arguing semantics to inaccurate keyword gatekeeping. And man, did it get spicy. And then it kind of all died down there. It got to the point where I started asking where the hell was Brad Townsend and all this. And he gave me a little response, but not the response I was looking for. All right. So, King, prior to us going into, say, deliberation and then a verdict and sentencing, what is what are things that this what went wrong here?
I mean, I think the first thing that went wrong was it was really was Chuck, the voice of the Mavs. He started all of
Yep.
this. Basically, if you guys are all reporting at Mavs things together, like the Mavs are just starting training camp, about to go to preseason. You guys have so many opportunities to talk to each other just one on one. If you didn't even want to put it in a tweet, like a DM or something like that. So for him
Hmm.
to do that is very unprofessional, especially when being the face of the Mavs. I felt like really everybody, if you want to be professional and be the face of something else, everybody was unprofessional. But I think each one of them are independent except for Chuck. So I don't know if Nick is. Nick might work for Dallas as well, but who knows? He
Think
says he
so.
doesn't. But yeah, him and Chuck. So they definitely should stay in the professional lane because they represent the Dallas Mavericks. But I mean, Landon got mad because guys went at him, and it's probably some hate. It is what it is. Like I feel like he's not the only person that deals with it. There's other people that deal with it as well. It's funny people say gatekeeping and all, but I mean that's another situation. Um, but it's a lot of that going on. I think we talked about it as well when we talk Mavs all
Yeah.
the time. So it's just funny how certain people say those words. It's like wow, those are our words that we say, but you saying it too. Who's gatekeeping you? But yeah, that I don't know, man. I just feel like I was on Landon's side with all of this. He could have handled it a different way. I know he went back at Kirk and all that, but Kirk wanted the
Hmm.
attention. And I even told Landon, I sent him a tweet, a response that said, "Why are you giving Kirk this 15 minutes right now? It seems like that's what he wants. So just leave it alone and go do what you do, man." So I don't know. Um, I have my own opinions about a lot of these guys and a lot of this content creating. I know it, I said on a tweet that I know a lot of us are going to have the same opinions. A lot of us are going to make we're pretty smart. A lot of us to make these shows or deal with these shows, so we're going to have a lot of the same like kind of content, things like that. But you
Hmm.
can tell when people are influenced by other folks, and it doesn't take much to say, give people their credit. That's how I always feel. Like just give people credit. Whoever you look up to, whoever you get stuff from, and all that type of stuff. It's not that hard. It's simple. And a lot of folks don't
Hmm.
want to do that because I guess they're afraid of other people taking their spot. And I mean, there's enough. All of those guys are at the Mavs games. I wish I was at Mav games. You feel me? Like
Right.
that'd be awesome. So
Hmm.
I just think they got to grow up. It was a little young, but it was nice to see being that those are the guys that are at Mav games, and Mark Cuban calls us toxic. So I was enjoying it.
The initial takeaway that I had was like, you know what, Mavs media are beefing before the preseason even starts. I just know when it comes to reporting, these guys going to be even more competitive. They're going to have more drive to get more stories, and who does that benefit? Benefits us.
Us.
So like, yeah, y'all don't have to be friends. Landon, Kirk, Coop, uh, whoever else, right? Tim McMahon, because Mark Stein, y'all don't have to be friends, but just report the right stuff for the Mavs. That's all we care about at the end of the day. But I will say that I do think Chuck was a little bit out of line. Being completely honest, it did start and end with him as to why this stuff even came about. I don't think Chuck should have even said what he said. If he did, if there's a quote unquote way to do things when it comes to reporting, I didn't
Hmm.
see anything that Landon did that was out of line. It's not like he was saying report it here first. No, he didn't say any of that. If anything, he just added a new layer to what was already reported, and then to respond the way he did to show maybe that he wasn't wrong or out of line. There definitely wasn't no etiquette in that perspective, or even professionalism, if we're being quite honest. So I think it started there. Now with the Kirk stuff, I think that's just competitive. That's
Yeah.
competitive nature right there. I mean, when you look at it from that perspective, I mean, with us, you guys, and with We Talk Mans and me with my little pregame show, we're we're like we work with each other, but there's really no competitive thing there to where I want to outdo what y'all do because I rather y'all win as opposed to me just winning the entire thing. God, I don't care. I don't care
Yeah.
about any of that stuff. So for them, it's more of a livelihood for them. I understand it. So I can see where Kirk was like, yeah, let me get some extra eyeballs over here. I get it because I was even doing the same thing too. I was like, yo, why you subtweeting at me, Kirk? I do a
Hmm.
pregame show, so I was playing along too. But I do think Chuck started it, and whenever someone opens that door and it makes it seem like it's okay to say something, that's when other
Yep.
people gonna jump in and say
Yep.
something. So Chuck made it acceptable to say anything about Landon in that regard. But people like Grant Offset does great reporting as well. I doubt we're ever going to see him getting any short end of the stick. And I forget who he works for, right? Does he work for remind me,
Is
Fish,
it
right? He
is it
works under his company.
is it
Ain't it
was
Fish?
Mavs.com? I can't
Something
remember
like
right now off the top. It's one of them. One of them. I can't think. I'm sorry, Grant.
that. Yeah. So there's a lot of there's a lot of like companies out here that work around and report for the Mavs. But at the end of the day, I which I'm gonna get to my sentencing here in a second. I do put this the onus on Chuck Cooperstein for opening this door when I felt he could have gone behind closed doors, maybe message Landon, "Hey, this is how I feel about this," blah blah blah. But even if that was the case, King, even if that was the issue, I still think it didn't even have the merit to speak on it. You get what I'm saying? It
Nah,
wasn't out of
Andy
line.
shouldn't. Andy jumped on his tweet.
Yeah,
You feel me? Like he jumped on his tweet. He didn't say nothing on his page or anything like that. He literally jumped on his tweet. So really, I mean, call it what it is. Chuck tried to bully him. Chuck tried to son him.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's what happened there. And truthfully, Chuck owes him an apology, and it should be a public apology because the way he handled that, like that's ugly. That's an ugly
Yeah.
thing. That I don't know how far Landon's going to go with it and all, but that's a representation of the Mavs. Like I said, the face of the Mavs, or not the face of the Mavs, but the voice of the Mavs.
Right.
So I really think he deserves an apology. Like no matter, like you said, no matter what happened, none in any of that. Like I don't even think Chuck is really like doing breaking news and all. Like bro, just be the voice of the Mavs. But either way, like it wasn't his place to talk to him like that. Like who are you, Chuck, to be doing that? Like just chill, man, or go talk to him like a man or something
Right.
like that. Don't start it because, like you said, you built the snowball effect, and then you got people following you, and then jumping on the back of Landon, and now it's a whole thing he has to deal with where he's responding to everybody, and I understand it, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, and then salute to Landon. He's been very successful in doing what he's doing from a independent perspective. I mean, for anyone that's doing this independently, and you have the media access, the credentials, right? Because back in 2016, 2017, Mark damn near banned every single media member from the games. He
Yeah.
banned Tim McMahon, banned Mark Stein, and they had to endure the whole potential wave of like, you know, they don't need because he Mark Cuban stated that they didn't need reporters to report the game any further because all of this was going digital. Yeah,
Hmm.
he was ahead in that perspective, but he allowed them back in. But this does paint a bad picture on the media side of things for the Mavericks because you got someone like a Chuck. I, I thought of all people, it
Yeah.
would not have been Chuck that
Not
came
be
out like
Chuck.
that
Yeah.
because Chuck's son also works for the Mavs Chat Sports, if I'm correct. So there's this iceberg, ladies and gentlemen, and we're all like at the surface level of it. Who knows how deep this iceberg goes? But I know for a fact Chuck works for the Mavericks. Chuck's son works for a 25,000 subscriber channel as well. So salute to that. But I'm just saying, is there a little bit of I'm the dad, I want to help my son compete with the competitors. You get what I'm saying? Is there an iceberg
Yeah.
there that goes deeper into what we're looking at? But I'm not here to divulge. I'm not here to pass assumptions. This is all what's the word? Off this is all fluid, as Stephen A would say. It's all fluid. It's all fluid. But
I'm like you kinda are. You judging?
I'm not. Damn. What's that word that kind of saves you? That allegedly, this is all allegedly, ladies and gentlemen.
So
But
allegedly, I got
yeah, yeah, it's all alleged. I ain't trying to get in trouble out here. But as the judge, I will now commence the closing arguments. I think we already did those. This is such the unorganized room here, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, all right, here we go. Here we go. In light of your colorful reporting methods, I hereby sentence you to attend charm school for journalists to brush up on your etiquette.
you.
Chuck Cooperstein, your reporting style has been more. Well, let me add. Kirk Henderson, he is a byproduct. He was a witness in this case in a way, but he also,
Hmm.
he added to the issue. I would say his reporting style has been more fireworks and finesse. So I'm ordering you to take a master class in reporting decorum to tone it down a notch. And as far as Landon Thomas, just keep continuing doing what you're doing. Just always maintain professionalism at all times. And I think what would have been avoided. I've not said anything. If he didn't say anything, none of this would have been. Okay, my signal. Like my signal was tripping. Can you hear me, King?
Yeah, you're back now.
You can hear me?
Yeah, you're
Oh,
back.
okay, okay. I was like, what the hell? That's what happens when you got Wi-Fi out here in the South Side Dallas. Anyway, Chuck Cooperstein, Chuck Cooperstein sentencing. What do you think, King? Where should we go with his sentencing for this mistake? Since we have found him guilty of all charges of foul etiquette and unnecessary tweeting towards the innocent.
I don't know, man. I never want to take money out of people's pockets, but Landon deserves an apology, or I think Chuck should be suspended, man. Like officially said that stuff. That was bullying. Like if Landon wants to
Yep.
push it like that, that was bullying. So like a 1 game suspension or something like that, or he has to attack it. If he doesn't attack it, at least, like I think he deserves. Like I say, push comes to shove, the most, or the least, I should say, is an apology for real.
Yeah. You know what? And as the jury, I will accept your recommendation, and the sentencing of Chuck Cooperstein will be a formal apology via video posted on Twitter to Landon Thomas, ladies and gentlemen. Where is my gavel? I'll just make one. Thank you. The court is adjourned. Is that what you say?
Yes. Yes.
All right, man. I think we solved the curious case of Landon Thomas. For those that were interested, I hope y'all enjoy that. But yeah, man, I think there needs to be a lot of just better overall etiquette. If you're a reporter, if y'all gonna have beef, have beef. But I don't want to hear the voice of my team bickering on Twitter. Like,
No.
come on now. You're we look at you from a different perspective. You had
Hmm.
the amazing cause of Dirk Nowitzki and Luca in the finals, and not Luca in the finals, but Dirk in the finals, and all the playoff runs. You've had this wonderful career here. Don't taint it with Twitter politics of BS. You know, don't.
Yeah.
We respect you too much, Chuck.
You got the Luca. He made it. He made it.
Yeah, well, come on, bro. Like it was great. All right, man. Let's get into the next thing here. The Mavericks are in Dubai. I don't know if you heard anything newsworthy that came out of that, but they are in Dubai. I mean Dubai. What the hell? Abu Dhabi. I think Jason Kidd messed
Yeah.
up too. So we the
No,
same.
it's Dubai.
They're in Abu.
Dubai is in Abu Dhabi is in Dubai, or Dubai is in Abu Dhabi. One of the two. Which one is
I think they're
this
down
the
the street
city?
from
I
each
don't
other.
know. You sure?
Yeah.
I thought the one was inside of the other. I thought it was like the city state.
You know what? Since I love to show people what I learn as we learn, we're gonna show it on Google Maps for everybody.
Okay.
Hopefully it don't show my location. Hold on.
You better before you
All right.
show it, look it up first.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It don't show my location. Oh no, it does. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me remove that. Hold on. Why did
uh,
it show that? Hold on. All right, there we go.
um,
Jeez, the hell. All right, before people gonna come looking for me, like I don't want issues. All right, let's go to Abu Dhabi, ladies and gentlemen. I I don't know where
he's
the
literally
Saudi.
going to scroll over. Yeah, yeah, Saudi Arabia.
I ain't gonna
Uh,
find it. Abu Dhabi, United Arab
yeah,
Emirates. Oh, right here.
we're so American. Yeah, man, we're so American.
Yeah,
This is
we're here.
horrible.
So American, bro. Oh,
This
you
is
know my
horrible.
geography, man. All right, Abu Dhabi.
So
All right,
American. Ah,
American.
dude,
All
they
right, there it is.
are. You're
Look,
right. Okay,
yeah. So
so they are in two different
this is
spots.
where the Mavericks are currently at. I forgot what the stadium was called. I think I know it. I think I know it. Hold on. Arena. Let's go with arena. It'll pull up any arena in the area. Yeah, Etihad Arena. That's where they
Mm.
will be playing. Man, where'd it go? Etihad. There we go. All right, ladies and
I
gentlemen, they're
gotta,
gonna be playing. What's up?
I gotta get
Oh,
over there at some point, man. That's all I'm saying.
so
Oof.
this is where your Dallas Mavericks will be playing at, ladies and gentlemen, in this little island. That looks pretty. Oh, that's where the Ferrari thing is at. Look at that.
Yeah, the Ferrari theme park.
Yeah. Wow.
Man,
That's
bro, it's
crazy.
wild over there, man. I gotta get. I want to hurry up and get over there.
Oh yeah, I definitely want to see it. Cause look at that architecture there, man. That's crazy. Look at that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, all that money they
Oh,
spend, man.
bro, they got oil money for days. So there you
Yeah.
go, ladies and gentlemen. You learn stuff here on TGK TV. So yeah, man, they're in Abu Dhabi for 2 games against the Minnesota Timberwolves. According to Landon Thomas, our rookies are going to be starting with Grant Williams, Kyrie Irving, and Luka Doncic. Um, I know I'll be doing pregame shows, but King, give us your pregame thoughts, man. What are you looking forward to come Thursday at 11 a.m. Central Time?
I'm excited. I'm excited. I don't know. I want to say I want to assert our dominance, but it doesn't really matter as much as far as like plays and all in the preseason because I feel like teams don't really show their whole book. I just
Yeah.
want to see how guys work really. This is when I really look at one-on-one game. You feel me a
Mm,
lot. Like look out at guys and how they play and what they do in their situations. Like I want to see your IQ and things like that. So I don't really worry about the score. I think we will be okay with the score. Like truthfully, I think we're gonna look. I really am excited for the season. But yeah, I think we'll be fine though. I'm excited to see Omax against like Anthony Edwards and see if Rudy
mm,
can do anything against Lively. If Rudy tries to do anything, because I think he'll try to do something, knowing that Lively's down there, do too much. And then Cat's still there, right? So they'll throw
yeah.
some. I think both of them at Cat as well. So I'm excited, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, I definitely looking forward to it. I'm gonna save all my comments and thoughts for Thursday, 10 a.m. Central Time. I'll be doing the pregame show, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be up wide and awake with y'all early on. We got some comments here for you, King. Here we go. Look at this. RC says, "Shout out to King and Rel and the Lakers pod. I never thought I enjoyed Lakers pod, but you two did an amazing job for yourselves and representing our Mavs. Amazing pod. If you haven't seen it,
Appreciate it, RC. I had fun doing it
so
too. It was a good show. Shout out to Lakers Fast Break.
yeah, no, they did a real good job. They didn't have they were like realistic Laker fans, which is a kind of
Yeah.
refreshing to be completely honest. And
hmm
you know, yeah, you already know how
You
I
see,
felt
you
about how
see,
y'all did.
they talked about the same things though about the media not being the same thing as the average fan. So they
Hmm.
were the normal fan. It's not the same craze ESPN or Fox Sports LA Lakers nonsense. So it was fun and refreshing to talk to them.
Yeah, it's like, oh, real fans exist out there. Ray says, "What up, TGK? What's up, Ray? What's going on, man?" Richard K says, "TGK TV is one thing. Me and some other fool bickering on X or YouTube, but the bickering between the pros gives a bad look. That's just my opinion." I totally agree. I totally agree. I mean, it'd be one thing if it was say Kirk and just Landon Thomas, but I think Chuck was really the outlier here. I don't think he should have uh, created a created that atmosphere, right? Like it's
Yeah,
okay if you're going bigger back and forth, but I don't know. I just see Chuck on a different scale. Like you don't have to deal with us, man. Let us bicker about each other, you know.
voice of the Mavs.
Voice of the Mavs. We gotta do better, you know. Ray says, "Nice show on Lakers fast breaking."
Appreciate you,
Yes,
Ray. Thank you.
sir. We got Enid and how's Russell and Duke
And
up in here.
and
What's up,
and
bro?
and Duca. What up, Indy?
Duke. What up? What up? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, look at who we have here. We got Mr. Kirk Henderson himself. He's Mr. Garcia will give you a better photo of me next time. All right, well, we'll do. And see, this is where I feel like I kind of understand the Kirk Henderson side of things. Like it is what it is, man. But like just like how I was doing it, I was involving myself. But again, I will stand on the sentencing of Chuck Cooperstein. He owes an apology to due to all of that. Kirk Henderson adds, layout looks great. Love the bar at the top. Appreciate it, man. Thank
oh, good job. That's good. Thank you.
you. Richard K says, girl just got a year in jail. They lock up crazy Americans and worse there. I will pass. Let me know how it was when you get back. Oh, we talking about Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, yeah. I would never let my like wife go over there by herself or anything like that. She's definitely be beside me while if we ever go visit. So I know about all that stuff,
Uh,
Richard. I heard it's kind of a little different as far as women and all that over there. So the way they
is
treat, well, I don't want to
is
say treat women,
is
just their
is
way.
Abu Dhabi connected to say? Oh no, it's not connected to Saudi Arabia. This is United Arab Emirates. Okay, all right. So it's do they have the same like political issues that? Nah, all right, let me stop. I ain't trying to get
I,
into all
I
that.
think it's just a no. It's not even political. I think it's just I think it's religious. I think it's more of just a
Ah,
Muslim. Like it's instead of being Christian, it's more Muslim. So more covering and things of that nature. I believe. I
okay, okay.
believe. Don't quote me.
Gotcha. Yeah, kind of. They've been trying to. I would say Saudi Arabia specifically has been appealing more to like the Western Hemisphere with WE, and trying to utilize well not but utilizing them as a way to improve the perception of Saudi Arabia. So I was wondering if
Yeah.
that was like a connection there, but
Yeah,
who
that's
knows,
why
man.
like people were having the backlash against like the WWE and like Beyonce.
Oh yeah, Beyonce did go out there, didn't she? Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
All right, so all right, man. Well, before we end the show again, I hope y'all enjoyed the little trial that we had here. I do want to talk about some baseball, ladies and gentlemen. Look at what we got here. Look at what we got here. Oh, you got your B more up. Okay, so the Texas Rangers tomorrow start their playoff series against the Tampa Bay Rays. 3 games, all in the afternoon at 2 p.m. Whatever. It's like, damn, we can't even get a primetime game. We can't even get a home game, King. Like,
No, you don't. You should have won the last game of the season, bro. You needed two
th-
runs. That's it.
thank you. And I know I've been like kind of criticizing the team, and I know I've also been criticized for my opinion because people have been telling me where the Rangers are ahead of where they should be, and this and this and that. And I told them like, at my age, I don't really care about if we're ahead. Like, we needed to
Yeah.
win that division. Like, I ain't got no more time.
Yeah.
I'm 34 years old, man. Like, I probably got 30 more of these left. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to win now, dogs. Anyway, so the Rangers before we get into the Orioles, well, you've been more into the baseball than I have. I've been a fair weather fan, self admittedly, because they cause too much pain in my heart. I will be rooting like hell this week, but what are our chances against the Rays, bro?
Uh, I don't know, man. I would have said so. The Rays have been a roller coaster of a team this year. They've been like, and they go extreme both ways. So they're either extremely hot or extremely cold. And right now, to end the season, I felt like they were more on an extremely hot trend. So that's not good news for you guys as far as that. Um, I'm hoping you guys win, TGK. I mean, if I was betting, man, I'm not gonna lie, I probably wouldn't bet with you guys, like especially seeing the way the season ended and all. Like that was nasty, man. Like you guys, I'm glad you guys
It
did
was
get in because I didn't want you guys to have one of like the biggest like falls of all time, like the way you guys went on that run and then almost just dropped out of it. So I was glad you guys got in there, but I couldn't believe you guys let Houston. Like Houston was set. You may have gave them the easy path to the World Series now. So, or not to the World Series, but to the ALCS. But I don't know. You got a fighter's chance, man. It's only 3 games. You got to win two. You feel me? Uh, you get none of them at home. Uh, you
yeah.
got to score. Y'all got to score. And the Rays are known for having great pitchers, so that's a bad thing. But you guys got to score because you can't let it get close and get to your bullpen because you're, I mean, you guys can't save a game to save your lives. So I'm
Right.
hoping, man. I want y'all to win. I want y'all to win because I really would love to have the Baltimore Dallas, you know, uh, series next series and the division series to just be able to have bragging rights between us. So I would love to see that, but it's gonna be difficult, man. The Rays are the second best team in the AL. They won
You,
99 games this year.
I appreciate the optimism. But against that Seattle series, right? I think it was the first game we were playing against them. We had the one out, and we would have won. I think the first game in Seattle, and we gave up like a walk off double. I was like, great, that's fantastic. And then the last game to lose 1-0 in the opportunity to win the
1-0.
division. I'm just like, y'all were fighting like Charlo up in here. Like if you had the match won, like we weren't even fighting to win the division. So man, I'm gonna like not hype myself up. I'm gonna root for them. I'm gonna hope that they win, but my expectations have plummeted due to the series against Seattle to close the season. You got into the playoffs limping in there like a dog with a broken leg. You got in barely into the playoffs when you should have been the top dog. Like it was
Yeah.
kind of embarrassing, man.
And y'all could have,
So
and if you would have won that game, TGK, you would have had a week off. You would
yeah,
have had an entire week off, man, to just get it together and get ready for another trend. But like you said, you're backpedaling into the playoffs. But it is still the playoffs. Like you feel me? Everybody's 0-0 now, so it doesn't matter. All you need to do is go on a 2 game winning streak real quick. You feel me?
yeah.
Just 2 games. Y'all done it before. It's just two.
Yeah, just 2 games, 2 games. Let it be a one-run game with 2 outs, and then see how that goes for us. So yeah, so my expectations are very low. I just hope that they have like one good game, a good showing, that they kind of take it to the eighth inning and they look right. I just don't like so with this new playoff layout. Like, what is this? It's just the wild card round. They get 3 games and two best 2 out of 3, and they advance, and that's it.
Yeah, so they added 2 teams to the wild card.
Mm.
So they made it a different. It used to be
Like a
a
play-in.
different
It used to
process.
be a
Yeah,
play-in.
just one team had a bye before last time,
Got
but
it.
now it's 2 teams, and it's so the wild card. They used to have the 1 game wild card, and
Yeah.
that's what I remember. We beat you guys last time we played you on the 1 game wild
Yep.
card. So
Yep.
it
I remember that.
now you get 3 games now. So I
Even
enjoyed it.
even worse.
I enjoyed the season in general. No, it's not even worse, man. You guys got a chance. Like you have a chance. Don't enjoy the moment. Enjoy this the playoffs. I mean, the
I
Rays are known for taking their foot off the gas. Like I told you, the Rays will give it up sometimes and fall
I mean,
and not look good.
We have beat the Rays in 2 playoff series, if I remember correctly. We had Cliff Lee one time, and then we gave David Price that work the other time. So, or it
Hmm.
might have been the same series. I don't know. These years just kind of go by, but I hope the Rangers do a respectable showing in the playoffs, man. But let's get into the Baltimore Orioles, man. Y'all have a week off, right?
Yeah, we got a week off. A week off. We won 101 games. First time we won 100 games since I
Jeez.
think 1980. Uh, yeah, we haven't won a World Series since in 40 years. It'll be 40 years exactly. Uh, we just lost our best third baseman, one of the best third basemen ever, probably the best defensive third baseman of all time, Brooks Robinson, rest in peace. So
Mm,
I just think it's a special team, man. The only thing that scares me, the team is very young. We literally lost 110 games 2 years ago. So
yeah.
to lose
Damn.
110 2 years ago and then have 101 in 2 years, man, like, yeah,
That's nice.
that's pretty special. So it's a bunch of young guys that are used to winning, a bunch of high draft picks. These guys are good, man. Like we still have the number one prospect in baseball, and he hasn't even been called up yet. And our pitching has looked pretty good. That's always been the issue with our team is pitching, and our starting rotation has looked good. Our closer though, our all-star closer, who was a beast for us all this year because we played a bunch of close games. He's gone. He tore his UCL, so Tommy John
Yeah, I saw
surgery for
that.
him. Felix Batista sucks for him. The team did give him a 2-year contract though. What was it yesterday? I think so. He doesn't have to worry about arbitration or anything like that. That was pretty nice. I thought it was
Mm,
cool. So gave him the 2 years basically for him to recover based off his year, which is pretty cool. But man, I don't know the youth, man. Like they don't know that they're even that good yet. That's how I feel about the Orioles. Like, you know how
mm,
the Houston Astros came into the league and they just started running it. We got the same guy, Mike Elias. A couple of the guys that were with Houston being their GMs or assistant GMs, they're now our GMs now. So
yeah.
he's been running it the same way, except for the cheating and the call, the steal. What is it? The getting caught stealing calls or whatever like that. We didn't do any of that stuff.
Mm,
But that they're this team is good, man. Like they're good top to bottom. They don't have a real established like superstar yet, but we have a bunch of like star level young players and even veteran players, and the star players are just ascending. So, as I said, they don't know what they're doing yet. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they win it all, really, just based off of that. Because if that does happen, then watch out for the whole league for the rest of the just the decade, I guess, because these guys are like rookies or second year players, most of them, so they don't need a contract for a while. But Man, I'm just scared of the youth, man. Other than that, I'm not scared of any team. I mean, we went 3-3 against Houston. Last time
Mm.
against Houston, where we tried to give y'all the division back. Oops, we took care of them then. Uh, we took care of Tampa Bay. We beat everybody in our division, which is probably the hardest division in baseball. You know, the Yankees and the Red Sox finished at the bottom of the division this year.
Yeah, that was
Uh,
nice to see actually.
yeah, man. So I mean, we were waiting for y'all. I want to see y'all. I want y'all to at least get a home game, man. You feel me? Like that's y'all deserve it. So I mean,
You and me both, man.
yeah. So I would love for y'all to get that, and I don't know. I'm gonna try to get to one of these playoff games, man. Them tickets are ridiculous, but I'm gonna try to at least go there just for the experience. See if I'm sitting all the way in the top. I mean, Oriole Park is a great place at Camden Yards, so I mean, basically any seat
Oh
you can
yeah,
watch the game. So I'm gonna try
yeah.
to.
That's
I'm gonna
that's
try.
that's one of the most beautiful ballparks in the league, man. That's just nice. Yeah, I think for a lot of us Ranger fans, there's some that are like extremely overly positive, and then there's some that are just extremely jaded, like me. Cue the Drake "Jaded" song. I'm jaded as hell. So, if the range, I would hope that the Rangers just sneak up on the Rays and just advance. I would just like to see us involved in a 7 game series. That's all I want.
Well,
I know.
next round I
I,
think next is five. I
so they
think it's
do
three
three,
five seven
five,
seven.
seven.
I
Got
think
it.
it's 3-5-7-7.
And these arms, man, these arms, we, especially with our bullpen, that's actually a benefit to us if we go with long into one of these series. But I mean, at the end of the day, man, I'm just like, I don't know what curse the Rangers have, but they have one of the deadliest curses in all of sports. You can't make this up. It's just been heartbreak after heartbreak. I mean, we got Roman Opens cards up in here, and
Yeah.
he knows all the heartbreak the Rangers have given us. So,
What up, Roman?
Richard Case, I don't know if the Braves have broke your heart as much as Rangers broken ours, but yeah, man. And
Uh,
salute to Kurt. It's only 7 now, but there was 10 folks in here, but only 6 like it them likes. So appreciate that, man. Thank you. And then Roman added, why did I think thumbnail said Logan Thomas Washington? You've been paying too much attention to the fantasy, man. Fantasy football got your head in a scramble.
I I haven't watched it in so long. I don't know who the heck that is. I'm like Logan Thomas, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I think he's been a tight end for them for like a couple of years now, or probably I don't even know. I haven't been keeping up with the Washington Redskins. Anyway,
You
man. So
guys,
for those that oh, go ahead.
you guys are good. I'm just gonna say to you, you guys are good, man. Like, don't be. You could be sitting here in the next
Look at
round and
this.
be
Look
like,
at
oh
this.
man, I can't believe it.
Look at that comment.
Yeah, Nelson Cruz dropping that ball. Yeah, yeah, man. That's rough. But
You know how things. What you'll notice, and I don't know if this happens anywhere else, but it might happen everywhere else. But Dallas, we have mental hurdles with our sport teams. The Cowboys currently they can't score a red zone touchdown to save their life. Tell me why the
Mhm.
defense have more touchdowns than Dak Prescott has touchdown passes. It's crazy, right? The Mavericks couldn't make a free throw to save their life. Tim Hardaway Jr. chokes and misses 3 crucial free throws against the Bucks. I knew if we lose that game because of these free throws, we're out of the playoffs. And look what happened, right? And then now, can we catch outfield balls to end games? That's going to be a thing for the Rangers. Can we do it? But now the bullpen is also a thing. For the last 2 years, seeing our bullpen has just been absolutely been lacking. There goes my signal. Am I back?
you, yeah, you're back, man.
Am I back, King? Bro, I'm gonna
Yes.
call T-Mobile and whatever thing they got up here is they need to fix my stuff, man. But yeah, man, I'm definitely jaded, but I hope that we do better in the coming
Got to win game
season.
one. Got to win game one, man.
Yeah, that's this the got to that's the issue. But for those that have maybe just tuned in or haven't tuned in, the curious case of Landon Thomas was at the start of the show. It went on for like about 30 minutes. So if you want to catch that, you can start back up top of the show and check that all out. We get into Chuck Cooperstein and his transgressions that happened in the courtroom, and we broke that all down. So definitely check it out. And I don't know what else to get into, man. I was thinking about just doing an hour. If it's 55 minutes, it's 55 minutes. Anything else you want to add or you want to talk about, bro?
Nah, we got. I'm excited for the preseason Thursday.
Hell yeah.
We do the post game shows. We talk Mavs, guys. Y'all know what we do. I'm not sure the exact time we're going to be able to do the show. It may be around 11 again, but I'm not sure if Rel is off, so maybe earlier. But we'll let you know on our social medias. Y'all know it. We talk Mavs on everything. But we should have a new track and all. It's official, I guess, season
Ooh.
premiere of the new season. So I'm excited, man. I'm ready to get this season going. It's gonna be a good one, man. I think it's gonna be a good
Yeah, I
season.
can't. I can't wait, man. You know, if it's anything, the Mavericks are always going to show up and they're always going to put forth a decent effort. Like the only time I ever felt actually disappointed about their effort was last season. That was the first time they've ever
Yeah.
disappointed me with the way they went out. And the Mavericks, they're like the cardiac kids, man. They're gonna give you a heartbreak, but sometimes they won't break your heart. They'll melt your heart. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Robin says, I'm calling it now. Rangers in two, then on to Orioles in five before the ultimate Texas showdown. Ooh. I don't know if we beat the Orioles, bro. But
Hey, man, I ain't
y'all's
gonna say
closer is out,
nothing.
right?
Y'all close out, but I mean, y'all don't have no close at all. Y'all just don't have no closers. So,
Our
you mean
bro, our closer has no control.
that's what I'm
He
saying.
pitches
So
back
I
to back
mean,
days. He's cooked.
neither one of us have a closer. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in that situation. It's a wash. So I'm good with that. But I would love for us to play y'all, man. I'm not going to do it. I definitely, when the Orioles started the season and then the odds were not in their favor, they had like a 1% chance of making the World Series or the playoffs. I definitely put some money on them. So
Yeah.
I'm riding this out, man. It's gonna be an awesome thing if the Orioles win the World Series for me, man. Like I've never seen them win the World Series in my life. I know y'all haven't either. I'm sorry, but at least y'all been in the World
We
Series. You
lost
feel
two.
me? Like I haven't
Yeah,
even been
we
to the World Series. I made it to the CS one time. Well, no, actually two times in my lifetime. So I
mm,
hope I get to see a World Series, man.
yeah. Man, look, I was where was I at? I think I was with Roman Opens cards. I think we were. We were at a bowling alley and we're watching the game, right? We're all celebrating out there. We're about to win this title, we bowling. And we're like, oh, it's the last out. Nelson Cruz drops it, and like the whole bowling alley just you could hear a pin drop, bro. I was like, you know
Uh,
what? I'm done, bro. I can't do this.
there's no way you're associated with that, right? Kind of like 2007 Mavs and that kind of thing. Like, man, it's
Oh yeah,
embarrassing.
yeah.
You feel
I
me?
mean, we
Like,
gotta we
two,
gotta make up for it somehow, some way.
2006 was embarrassing too, in a way. You feel me? Like, I don't think before the Mavs, I don't know if any team had ever come back from 2-0. You feel me? In a 2-3-2 or whatever. So in that
Yeah.
format, so that was embarrassing too.
Nancy says, "Hey TGK and hey King, how are you guys doing tonight?" Well, I'll go first. We solved the case today. We were able to sentence Chuck Cooperstein, the fantastic radio voice of the Mavericks, to a formal video apology to Landon Thomas for his transgression on Twitter. King, how you doing tonight, bro?
I can't complain, man. I had a busy day, but I'm excited to be a guest on your show, bro. So thank you,
You happy we
and
put
thank you,
Chuck
Nancy.
Cooperstein behind bars?
I mean, as long as he gives an apology, right? Like we said, that's the least he got to
Right.
do, man.
Yeah, I
If
didn't
not,
even.
he's a
I
bully.
gave him a. Yeah, I gave him a light sentencing. It wasn't even like
Yeah,
a tough one. Roman says, "Yep, Game 6. It was the worst moment in Dallas history. Can't think of anything worse happening in Dallas ever." Yeah, let me think. Yeah, that was pretty tough because like the Romo field goal fumble, that was a regular playoff game. It wasn't a Super Bowl. That would have been the worst. I can't think of anything either other than the Mavs
that,
robbery of
I'm about to
'06.
say,
That was up there.
'07, man. You don't think '07 was that bad?
'07 was bad, but I think it compounded on the loss of '06. If we got eliminated in the first round of '06 and then '07, it's like we choked.
I,
But we made the
I,
finals. And then we were 67 and what, 15? Yeah.
yeah,
'07 was
like
tough,
that's
but '06 was worse.
'07 being the 67 and 15 and having a number one seed and losing to the eighth seed the first time that happened in the 7 game series and Dirk getting the MVP. That was embarrassing to me, man. Like I know '06 we should have won it, but we at least said, okay, like there were little, factors that could have been involved. You feel me? Like
Right.
we just had an argument, but we still made the finals and all. Oh,
I guess I'm still live. Uh, let me know if I'm still live. Anyone can comment. We got, I'm gonna call. I'm gonna call this place called T-Mobile tomorrow. I'm gonna be like, yo, y'all need to get y'all stuff correct up in here because why the hell am I having to deal with connectivity issues and I'm trying to produce a live show? Like, what the hell? Hopefully King comes back on. Probably his device. I'm gonna assume his device died. But I'll chat a little bit longer, and if he comes back, great. If he doesn't, we'll close out this show. Roman up his car says 2011 Rangers president feeling being unalived. '07 Mavs, 22 Mavs, and Romo finding field goal in that order. Damn, president being okay. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. That is hilarious. What happened there, King?
My tablet died, so I'm on my phone now.
I got it. I predicted it. I predicted on the show. Like I think it's tablet died because it ain't a connectivity issue. Roman up his card that said, in this order, this was like the worst thing in Dallas, right? It was the 2011 Rangers, uh,
Mm-hmm.
JFK, JF Kizzle, '07
President
Mavs,
be unalive. What?
'07 Mavs, 22 Mavs, and then the Romo field goal in that order. Yeah, that's pretty rough. That's pretty rough.
Yeah, 2020 last year
Um,
Mavs, man. Last year Mavs is the most depressing I've ever been through a whole season. I've never been as depressed watching the Mavericks in a season as I was last year. Like even the years we lost in the playoffs, we still knew we were going to have an awesome regular season with Dirk. You feel me? Before and all
yeah.
that, like when we got waited to the playoffs and it was like, okay, something might happen. But as far as last season, it was depressing the whole year. Like I just felt like we never could get it clicking, and it wasn't fun watching the games.
Nah, it bro. It and salute to us for creating content, but man, that was rough. What a rough season there. All right, man. Well, I ain't trying to keep us here much longer. Really just wanted to accomplish the whole Landon Thomas thing. I know I guaranteed it on Twitter, and I was like, I'll stick to it. We'll do it, But I couldn't get every single sound effect I wanted because I couldn't find a gavel sound, so I had to go to YouTube to get it. Kind of stupid, right? Um, but I had got this other sound effect where it had like people chattering in the background, like if it was a jury or whatever. But yeah, man. Uh,
So,
yeah. So
so like
Thursday,
jewelry.
go ahead.
You said like jewelry.
You what?
You said you had a sound effect like jewelry. You said like
Like
jewelry,
the
like that old
like the
chain, like that,
nah
like
nah nah.
jewelry. Oh, all right. I thought that's what you meant. You feel
I
me?
mean, we ain't even facing each other playoffs,
Not
so I
yet.
wish y'all
We
good
in the
luck.
same
You know what I'm
bracket
saying? Like,
though.
go ahead, do your thing. um, No, but I do want to say, come Thursday, 10 a.m. Central Time, I will be doing a Mavs pregame show. I'll have coffee in hand, talking everything about the Mavs going up against the matchup of the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then later on that night, it'll be We Talk Mavs here. King and Rel, they'll be hosting a post game show. And I believe Saturday they might have a special guest, but we'll see about that, right?
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All right, ladies and gentlemen, been your boy TGK again. If you want to catch the curious case of Landon Thomas, check out the first 30 minutes of this live stream. Appreciate King hopping on to be the
Thank
jury.
you.
Any last words, bro?
Check us out Thursday evening, y'all. Thank you, TGK, as always. Like, comment, subscribe on this stuff, y'all, and we'll see y'all Thursday.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me get the outro out, and we is out of here.